Alright, this is video 2 in the music theory for guitars. This is to help you figure out songs. This is all like what's going on in the background. Okay, or to make sense of what you're playing. This is just little steps, just ways of thinking about this. There's probably lots of other ways to understand it. This is how I tend to think about it. Okay, so in the last video we talked about that when you have a major scale, it follows this spacing. 1, the second note is 2 frets higher, third note 2 frets higher than the second. If your 1 is here, your 4 is on the string right below it, and you get 4, 5, 6. So basically 1 and 4 are on the same fret. Go 2 frets higher, you get 2 and 5. 2 frets higher, you get 3 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you have 7, and then 1. Okay, what we're going to do this time is, that's great if you're playing in the key of F, or the key of G flat, or G, or A flat, or G sharp, or A. Alright, but what about, or B flat, but what if you're playing in the key of D? Okay, or D flat. Let's just stick with D. All right. So what if you're playing in the key of D, where you could come way up here to D and go, okay, 1, 2, 3, but then I'm running out of space on this guitar. So on acoustic guitars you're going to run out of space, and on electric guitars it's going to sound goofy because you're up too high. But here's a D note right here. Okay, so now the D note is, or the beginning of the key, your one note of your major scale, or your key, or your music team, is on the 5th string. All right. Well, we can just go like this: 1, 2, 3. Same spacing that we had in the other scale, because every major scale follows the same spacing. So we can go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. 1 and 4, same fret, you just go to the next string. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay, now let's go back to D. There's a small issue with playing the scale that way when it comes to a lot of guitar players. So I'm going to try to break this down. When you start on the 5th string, you have the 1 note, and that gets a major chord. And last time we put this A shape with that. So that's a D, we do the A shape, it's accompanying major shape, and we get a D major chord using an A shape. Remember, if I had my A chord down here, that's my A shape. I'm going to move that to where I now have a D chord. Okay, the 2 chord, the root is 2 frets higher, and it's going to be minor, so I'm not going to do A, I'm going to do a minor shape. And the 3 note is 2 frets higher than 2, and it gets an accompanying minor shape. So what we have here is 1 chord is major, 2 chord is minor, 3 chord is minor. Okay, so that would be, if you saw it written on a page, it would be D, E minor, F sharp minor, in the case of the D scale, or the D major scale, or the key of D. All right, so what we have, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now lots of times when you're playing on guitar, you're not going to play a G chord like that. Let's just say it's just me playing a gig somewhere or singing. I'm not going to go, oh, G, boop, there's my, D, E, F sharp, G, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can play it this way, and there's an A chord, and there's an a B minor, sorry. But lots of times guitar players voice chords based off of the 5th and 6th strings. So we have to rethink the way our scale looks a little bit. So we have to go 1, 2, when the 1 is on the 5th string. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and yes, we've got 4, 5, 6, but we need to find where these notes are on the 6th string. Well, on guitar, you get, this is called an octave. This would be a G note, Well, the next G note down is right here. So it's back 2 frets and up 2 strings. There's a G. So we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then of course 5 is 2 frets higher. 5. And then 6. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. So what does that mean? Well, so once again, we've got a major chord that goes with 1. We've got a minor chord that goes with the 2nd note. We've got a minor shape that goes with the 3rd note. Let's go back to 1. Here's 4. The major shape that goes with the 6th string, we're going to use this E major shape. Like the E shape down here, like if I was playing this. I'm just going to put it up here, barring the 3rd fret, or pushing down the 6th string on the 3rd fret and muting the 1st and 2nd string. However you want to do it. Okay, so we've got the 4th note and its accompanying chord. Then we go to the 5th note and its accompanying major shape. Same thing as the 4th because they're both major chords. Then we go up to the 6th note and its accompanying minor shape. Okay, so 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, 5 major, 6 minor. So if we were playing in the key of D, we would have D, E minor, F sharp minor, G, A, B minor. So if I'm going to play a song, I would go, you know, there's tons of songs, I don't know, 1, 4, 6, 5. 1, 4, 6, 5, 2, 4, 1, 4, 6, 5, 1. Okay, but in a song, you're not going to see written on the screen 1, 4, 6, 5. What you're going to see is D, G, B minor, A. But there's a logic to why they use it. It's following this major scale shape. Once again, this video is for people who've already kind of have an understanding a little bit of keys. So if it gets confusing, just let me know and I can try to make another video for you that explains more. But this is how I figure out songs quickly. Using this major key, because so many songs just use chords 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Of course, lots of songs use other chords, but that's where thousands of songs have been written just using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.